Yes, we are back. You are listening to the IBGR.network. IBGR is our call sign as a radio station, but we are more than a radio station. We are a network of global entrepreneurs coming together to create a shared space for collaboration and business success. I am your host, Jan Roberts, Global Influencer. This is episode number 1 about season 3 in your People Lane, People Skills for Success at IBGR.network. So you can always go to our website at IBGR.network and download the show notes. And as I said, shortly after the show is finished, you can also get the podcast of this session. So it is time to get to work because businesses don't build themselves. In the pre-startup stage, you probably have many questions about where to begin. Right here on Thursday mornings in the People Lane is a great place to start. And after I'm done, there are some amazing hosts from Nigeria, South Africa and Lebanon following with equally amazing content, if not better, right here on this station. Then look at the other topics covered in this stage of business development. Operation, customers, finance, and on Fridays, executives, actually more about working on the business rather than in the business. So don't miss any of these days either. Pick which shows you feel you need to attend. Our first 4 days of programming focus on what is called a balanced scorecard. I highly recommend you also add the Friday, which I just mentioned, called Owners as Executives, to your listening list, as well as the time, if time permits, you will want to begin listening to shows in our startup track, so you have your strategies in place when you open your doors. As I say, this is the startup track. This is phase 1, and this is before you actually open your doors. What are the kind of things you need to know? And we've got all the different levels, but connect with us in real time during the show. Look for the pulsating orange question mark in the lower right corner of most pages on our website. Click it to ask questions or share comments about the show. Your questions are important, and remember, you will decide what we cover from next season. How exciting is that? You will be in the driving seat beside me. Our first show this season, we will be covering, as I mentioned briefly, the professional image. Well, the professional image is the image that one projects about themselves based upon appearance and reputation. Image can be conveyed as a professional by the way that you dress. I sound a bit like Sean Connery there. Dress. The way you speak, the way you respond to others, and the way that others speak about you. Now, this show explored the impact your professional image has on a new business venture and why you should spend time working on your image. The importance of your professional image. Now, we're going to cover points like make expertise your specialty, put customer satisfaction first, communicate effectively, reputation. We all know that you never get a second chance on a first impression, but also your reputation. It takes a long time to get a good reputation. It takes seconds to get a bad one. And as I said, first impressions. Now, the difference between desired professional images and perceived professional images. That's also very interesting, because what do I want people to say about me when I'm not in the room? Ooh, now there's a thing. And do I show up authentically and credibility to influence positive outcomes? And how will I know how my image is perceived? See, these are already important things to think about, even before you open the doors, before you walk out there, because you already need to start interacting with people. That's why the people side is so important. And the second show this season will be about getting out of your comfort zone. Oh, wow, ow. You often hear the saying, get out of your comfort zone, but what is a comfort zone exactly? And why do we happily sit there and stay there inside, and even if deep down we know it might not be the best place for us to be? And what is your comfort zone? What is your comfort zone even? Because are you really that comfortable? See, there are so many amazing stories about comfort zones out there, and I told it in our finish last season, but I just want to tell this story. I love stories, and I want to tell you this story about this one right here. The dog and the nail story. If you've heard it, fine. If you've not heard it, because you're a new listener from many different countries that have joined us since, But it was actually, there was a guy sitting in the evening, sitting on his veranda at his ranch, just reading a book. And it was nice weather. He was sitting outside there reading his book. He had his dog lying beside him, and he had a visitor. So the visitor joins him. He says, "Well, pull up a chair," and he sat beside him. And after a while, the dog woke up. It was one of these big dogs, and he woke up. Oh, I do that well. I've had practice, and fell asleep again. No, never thought anything of it. This happened again, and again, and after a while, the visitor said, "Now, does this dog have nightmares?" "No, dog ain't got nightmares." "Oh, but why does he howl all the time?" "Oh, that," he says, "the dog's lying on a nail." Now, of course, in your head as well as my head, why does he not get off that nail? That's what the question was. He said, "Well, the nail hurts him enough to wake up, but not enough to move." Ouch! Are you lying on a nail? Is it uncomfortable enough to complain about where you are, and is it not uncomfortable enough to do something about it? That's for you to answer. But to understand what is inside your comfort zone, I mean, there's a great exercise where you can draw a circle on a piece of paper, and everything you're experiencing in your life right now is inside that comfort zone. Your health, your personal fitness, I've got this one noted as well, your style of parenting, friendships, all that kind of stuff. But everything you desire in life but do not currently have is just outside that circle. And to get it inside, you probably have to do something different. You're going to have to step outside of your comfort zone. Because there's a saying, and you've probably heard it before, if you want to have something you've never had, you have to do something you've never done. And even more so, if you want to have something that others don't have, you have to do something that others are not willing to do. And that means getting out of your comfort zone. You know. So I think that kind of brings it home. And there's going to be 7 areas I'm going to be talking into. Your personal growth, your momentum, increased productivity, eliminating fear, performance zone, self-fulfillment, and a profound impact on others. You know, when you stand up, you stand out. So that's going to be exciting. I mean, it's something that I'm developing at the moment into that particular session. But I mean, you've got an idea now that what I'm going to be talking about. Are you in your comfort zone? Do you want to know how to get out of your comfort zone? We're here to help you. Ask the questions. We'll be able to answer them. And the third show will be more about people skills for success. Now, do you want to be successful? See, there are many different important aspects of being a well-rounded, successful business owner. Today's show, or the show will explore the people skills for success. And as I said already, well-rounded, that means is you need to listen to the other shows about finance, about customers, about marketing, about being the boss. All these kind of things you need to listen into, because I'm afraid that quite often people skills are overlooked and underestimated. And that's why this is a very important part. I'll talk into that much more, but according to Wikipedia, people skills are patterns of behavior and behavioral interactions. Among people, it is an umbrella term for skills and the 3 related sets of abilities: personal effectiveness, interaction skills, and intercession skills. Well, this is an area of exploration about how a person behaves and how they are perceived, irrespective of their thinking and feeling. Whoa. Wow. I mean, yeah. So there's going to be things about people skills, how they are very much underappreciated area of business development. The soft skills that can be taught, because they can all be taught, and maybe not as straightforward as many of the hard skills. You need hard skills to run your business, but you need people skills to grow it. So, people skills are an essential part. And when you have strong people skills, you will be better able to pitch yourself, overcome social anxiety, communicate your ideas, influence others positively, and build relationships. Now, the 4th show is going to be an interesting one. That's going to be about, I love this word, business etiquette. And the heart of business etiquette is about building strong relationships with your network by fostering better communications. Well, this can only happen when those you network with feel secure and comfortable about you as a person and as a professional. Although basic business etiquette may vary from country to country, some basic standard test of time and geography. See, it is also good. I mean, my partner is Artie Moore. He's also a show host, is an expert in diversity and inclusion. So I've learned a lot from him. But it is also very important with the diverse people that we learn about the etiquette of different people and about the cultures of different people. Because if you can greet them in their own language, if you know what to do and what not to do, you will already build better connections. So that etiquette kind of thing makes a lot of sense. So then we have different issues, setting professional tone with clients. Many people assume etiquette refers to which fork you use for salad and how quickly you should send a thank you note after receiving a gift, but there is so much more to it than that. But I think you get the hang of it, and setting a professional tone with your clients is a key factor for building relationships, so you need to know. Now, there is so much more, and I'm going to talk into it in the next session, but we're going to take a short 2 to 3 minute break again. When we return, we will be talking about more different shows, which I'm going to be talking about for season 3. So join us, become a member of our Insider Network by going to our website and clicking the Join Us link and connect and interact with us on social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter at ibgr.network, and I will see you shortly.